I genuinely love Thailand, yeah. It's a lovely place. But why are the locals so rude and disrespectful to foreigners and tourists?
I've spent years in Thailand. They're some of the nicest people you will ever meet. Something doesn't smell right? Let me look at your page.
Going back to Honolulu. Psych! Psych!
You thought? You really thought?
I need a buddy. I need a friend. Will anyone be my friend?
Ladies, hello.
I don't think they were rude enough.
It's quite interesting take coming from a person like you who created this type of content. So I will call them trash content because you want nothing but engagement, views, and also attention. And I will call you attention seeker too.
So a travel influencer is getting dragged. When I tell you she's getting dragged on TikTok for calling the locals of Thailand rude and disrespectful. This girl came online to complain about how the locals in Thailand treated her rudely and disrespectfully. But a lot of people quickly called her out for her behavior in Thailand. She was being very, very loud in public. She was being destructive. She was being inconsiderate. You know, she was extremely loud in some of her videos, and people quickly call her out and put her in her place. So I'm just going to play you her videos, and then I'll play you a few videos of people responding to her videos.
I genuinely love Thailand, yeah. It's a lovely place. But why are the locals so rude and disrespectful to foreigners and tourists? Like, I've been to Turkey. Turkey was pretty bad. Even in Egypt, it's pretty bad. But I'm sorry, Thailand tops it all. The language barrier, you know what? Language barrier is very natural for humans, especially when you go to the other side of the world. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be a language barrier, but just pull out Google Translate if you don't understand what I'm saying. Don't ignore me. Don't look at my face and then ignore me. Do you know how disrespectful that is? Just say no English. No English. Everyone knows what that means. Even if you don't know one word of English, I'm pretty sure you know no English. You know what that means. Please fix up your rudeness with the tourists, because we will stop coming. Honestly, I love this place. The sun's shining and a lot of locals are lovely, but the majority of you are the most disrespectful people I've ever met in my life. Hands down. But I still love Thailand and I would still come here again. But pan up. Locals, seriously, fix up. And for the nice locals, you need to tell the rude locals to be nice to us. Huh? Be nice to us, foreigners and tourists. It's scary.
Years in Thailand, they're some of the nicest people you will ever meet. Something doesn't smell right? Let me look at your page.
Going back to Honolulu. Sorry. You get that Maui Wawi. That Maui Wawi. In Thailand, Phuket, and you're not. We outside. We're not in Honolulu, but we are in Phuket, Thailand. One of the best countries in the entire universe. Pan it, bruv. Pan it. Oh my days. Psych! Psych!
You thought? You really thought?
I don't think they were rude enough. That's not an appropriate way to act no matter where you are, but definitely not in Thailand. Your behavior is gross. Why are we yelling like this in public? Maybe you should stay home. Please. For everyone's sake.
Thai person, I truly apologize if your experiences here made you feel ignored, hurt, or disrespected. Feeling dismissed because of a language barrier is frustrating, and that's never the feeling we want any visitor to take home. We see our weaknesses, and many of us are working on improving our English. And when you really need to speak with locals, remember that Google Translate works both ways. You can simply type your message and show it directly. It takes the pressure off everyone and makes communication much smoother. Sometimes taking the first step can make all the difference. We've also seen your apology video.
And I just want to apologize for miswording myself. I feel like the words that I used and the way I said it might have come across in the wrong manner and portrayed an extremely negative image of Thailand. And I didn't mean to generalize everyone. I do understand that I said it was the majority of Thailand. I should take that back. I am responsible. I'm a responsible person and I take accountability, alright? And I have genuinely met a lot of lovely Thai locals who genuinely might have been upset when they saw that video, so I do apologize. However, I do not apologize for having a bad experience and expressing myself. I just apologize for miscommunicating and using the wrong words and generalizing like the whole of Thailand. I should not have done that because clearly it's not the whole of Thailand. It's only a small percentage.
We truly appreciate you coming forward to clarify what you meant. We understand that words don't always come out the way we intend, and we respect you for acknowledging that. To be honest, in your video, you didn't really explain what led to the situation. From watching your content in Thailand and in other countries, I've noticed you tend to be quite loud when filming.
We're outside, we're not in Honolulu, but we are in Phuket, Thailand. One of the best countries in the entire universe. I need a buddy. I need a friend. Will anyone be my friend?
Ladies, hello. Do you have to make up so much noise?
I understand that may be part of your branding. High energy, big reactions, a bold presence. That's your style and it's clearly worked for you. But it's also important to remember where you are. Cultural differences matter. In many places, including Thailand, public spaces are shared spaces. Volume, awareness, and consideration for others are taken seriously. What feels expressive or entertaining to you might feel disruptive to people around you who didn't choose to be part of your content. Of course, I could be wrong. I'm only trying to understand what may have led to the situation. It just feels unusual to hear that locals were simply rude without more context. I genuinely hope that your future experiences here are better. Thailand is a beautiful country and its people are known for their kindness and warmth. Treat us warmly and you almost always receive warmth in return. Thank you for your understanding and welcome to Thailand. ขอบคุณค่ะ
And tourists.
Well, that's quite interesting take coming from a person like you who created this type of content. So I would call them trash content because you want nothing but engagement, views, and also attention. And I would call you attention seeker too based on these type of content that you have created so far. And the thing is, you call Thai people that we are disrespectful and also rude towards tourists. Well, do you deserve our respect? Because based on what you have posted, you are so loud and obnoxious. If you want people to be nice to you, to be friendly to you, to be respectful towards you, you have to earn them. Don't act so entitled and think that everybody has to treat you so nice when you have treated them so poorly. Like, be so for real, man. And, behave yourself and be just a normal, regular tourist,
Google Translate if you don't understand what I'm saying. Don't ignore me.
Don't you think that the way they purposely ignore you because you were annoying? And you have Google Translate on your phone too, why didn't you use it? The fuck?
Yeah, it's a lovely place. Why are the locals so...
Are Thai people rude? Let's talk about it. I'm Lisa, I'm half Thai, and I live in London, a place where the locals are not necessarily the kindest. That's actually deleted the video or removed it from public view. That does not, however, mean that the damaging effects of this video have been completely removed. It might be helpful to see what other kinds of videos this creator posts.
Why did they cancel my everyone? I have an announcement. We're outside. We're not in Honolulu.
Interesting. I think it's helpful to start off by what does being a responsible tourist in another country mean? It generally means that you should be considerate and respectful of the local culture and customs. It also means not being entitled, ignorant, or privileged when you visit another country. Thailand is colloquially known as the land of smiles. Why is that? Thai culture is generally a collectivist culture. That means Thai people generally prioritize group harmony and respect and try not to bother the people around them. It's helpful to know what the idea of saving face means, because this affects quite a lot of interactions in Thai culture. Sometimes you might even make serious mistakes or social faux pas, but you might not always get told or know about them. This is because it's embarrassing to tell someone that they're wrong or they've done something wrong. As someone who's half Thai, this can be quite frustrating for me too. It's not always helpful. In a general sense, Thai people are not always that straightforward or confrontational. Public displays of anger or shouting are generally frowned upon and actually can cause everyone involved to lose face because it's embarrassing. You know when you're somewhere and someone's having a kind of a and you kind of feel this kind of feeling inside where you're like, oh, that's kind of the feeling, right? So when you go to a country and you make videos and you're like, a lot of people will generally feel quite uncomfortable, although they might not necessarily tell you that. I'm not saying that this is always a positive thing, but it's helpful to know the cultural background of the place that you're visiting and why Thai people might not always say what they mean. So I'm quite shocked to hear that Thai people are rude because most of the time, if you do something wrong, they will smile and move on. So what can we learn from this? Well, the video has been taken down and there's no clear explanation that was provided by the creator. So it's difficult to know exactly what happened. However, it is also difficult and damaging to make such sweeping accusations against Thai people as a whole, especially when your videos indicate that you're not being a responsible tourist. I hope this video is helpful, and I hope that maybe you've learned something about Thailand and Thai culture. Obviously, I'm not the be-all and know-all of it. In fact, I know very little. As someone who's half Thai, I only know I'm at the tip of the iceberg. I don't really know what goes on in the depths. Maybe this is a helpful explanation as to the way that Thai people work and the kind of culture you might expect when you go to Thailand. It is a really beautiful place, and I love it very, very much. But you have to kind of be aware of the place you go when you go there. You can't just go somewhere and be really loud and obnoxious and expect everyone to be okay with it, even though we might not say that we're not okay with it. Anyway.
An influencer that went on a whole rant about how people in Thailand are so awful and they're so rude, and you got to tell the nice locals to tell the bad locals to be better, otherwise tourists won't come anymore. Let me tell you a story about the last time I was in Thailand. I was on the back of a grab bike with my shopping bag, and the shopping bag had actually, like, the bottom of the shopping bag had broken, so everything in my bag had fallen out onto the ground, and I didn't even realize for another like 3 blocks. So me and the Grab driver are driving. At one point I turn around, I look at my shopping bag, and I realize, oh my God, everything I just bought is gone, and the bottom of the bag had caved out. So the Grab driver offers, without me asking, to go all the way back to where we came from to retrace the steps of where I came from. We drive all the way back, and you guys, I cannot even explain how amazing Thai people are. I cannot even explain how incredible Thai people are. But we get all the way back after driving 6 or 7 blocks back, and this guy had gone onto the road, collected everything that was on the road, put it in a separate bag from his tiny little food stall for me, and kept it on this chair, ready for whenever I came back from my bag. Like, there were very valuable items in my bag. It was very dumb of me to have my bag like that on a grab bike, and still, he didn't even go through the bag or my items. They didn't take anything. The entire contents of my bag was put into a separate shopping bag. I had not even bought anything from this man, and he was just waiting there, knowing that I would come back for my bag, and had it ready for me. That is the kind of people that are in Thailand. That is the level of kindness and caring and just Buddhist culture that is in Thailand. So for influencers to go to Thailand and be like, y'all are rude, have you ever considered that maybe you are the problem?
Travel comes with unspoken rule. Respect the country or the place that you are in. That is one thing no one even has to tell you. Be respectful to the locals or the country that you went to visit. Different countries have different social norms. What feels normal to you might not feel normal to the locals in that country or that town. So she calling a whole group of people rude without her actually checking her behavior and how she was behaving in public first is what's wrong with the society that we are in today. People feel so entitled and so oblivious, thinking that everyone should bow to their knees, like everyone should bow to them and cater to them in a way that pleases them. You know what I mean? You went to said country to experience a whole new culture. You went to said country to enjoy what that country has to offer. The least you can do is just be respectful when you are in that country. Stop being so loud and destructive in public. Time, no one is perfect. People make mistakes when they travel. People make mistakes all the time when they travel. But there's a difference when you make a mistake and you are unaware of how you are coming across, when everyone else around you is looking at you crazy. You know what I mean? So when people act different towards you, you then turn around and call them rude for how rudely and destructive you're being around you in public, in the streets, around other people. You know what I mean? You expect them to treat you respectfully while you wasn't respectful to them. It really comes down to self-awareness. I just kind of feel like a lot of influencers that travel overseas, like third world countries or places like that, they are very, very, very entitled, and they are very, very obnoxious, and they are not self-aware of their environment. they are disrespectful to a lot of places that they visit, and they look down on the people that are in said countries, and they think or feel like they're above them because the dollar, the holes in your hand is a little bit higher. So they feel like people should cater to them more, you know, because how you act in someone else's country matters as much, or if not more, than what they respond to you. You know what I mean? I don't think the locals of Thailand were rude enough to you, because they was giving you the same energy that you was giving out. That's if they were even rude to you at all. Because it seems to me like you are very, 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 very destructive. Your behavior was just inappropriate, and you wasn't aware of your surroundings, like how uncomfortable you made people feel or make people feel around you. But anyways, when you go to other people's country, remember to be respectful and respect the place that you travel to. Just enjoy the beautiful culture, the food, and the scenery, and come back to your country and behave badly. But anyways, let me know what you think about this story down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.